Z for eminingwizard.com and marketwizard.com. It is Martin Luther King's birthday, the 21st of January, 2019. And we're just after the IB, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. We look at a day like today as a throwaway day. Traders that want to hang out for a little bit and just get their mind around things. A lot of times you'll just take a look at the markets, but you won't necessarily do anything. So putting together a few ideas for traders to be ready for tomorrow. Looking at this chart, I have, using the widget, factored in that late high down to our low and created a range. And using this idea for now, it suggests still that this half gap area, 67, 66, 75, is now the middle. Symmetry type idea. So currently we are suggesting, first of all, we're suggesting you're probably better off not trading today. No trades are recommended. So far, the bounce has been very meager against this. This would be a 50 back, this would be a 40 back, and we're suggesting right now that probably what's being played is this 54 to 52 is aggressive support. Potential target zone, so it's a support target. And obviously back here, these 64s are the key, this double that we had talked about earlier. So it's a range type trade. A lot of times the market will take holidays like this to go and do certain relationships, to create relationships, but not necessarily a lot of traders involved. And that's the same thing that happened at the end of the day on Friday. But it's still real money, and still hurts if you're going the wrong direction and then you wind up, over the long weekend fretting and worrying about a position that's going against you. That's why we say, at the end of the day, leave it be. Don't worry about these last little pokes, because a lot of times you'll get that squeeze and then you'll get a gap and it'll come the other way and equalize it and balance it out. And this is a classic example of that. And we've got the relationship from the print range and the suggestion that we've got Friday's middle as our key support for now. This was a support test, so far holding. And the size of these bars tells us nothing doing, nothing going on as expected. Over and under, clearly this line will continue to migrate upwards. And angels and demons, certainly the idea today, this 56 area, make sure you're paid, is worked out. And back here at the middle of the angels and demons, 64.5 is our resistance for now. And you can see the volume is very light. Today is not a day for most traders to get involved. $30-minute chart we talked about. Here's a 60. Rising moving averages. Keeping an eye right here at the 52s, which is our assumed support for now. And the other day I'd reset these to show the type of volatility we've got with the envelope percentage. Range type trade. and is our TH range. Nothing worse than a molasses market in the deep freeze, just like the Northeast. And I'm sure most traders today will not be playing. And again, my suggestion for traders, use a day like today to try to get your mind back into the game after being away a few days, but you don't necessarily have to do anything other than get your head around a few big ideas that'll happen this week. And for now, this is the range that we need to break. So inside day is expected, and the tendency perhaps to migrate south side a little bit as a regression trade. Then there'll be some more activity tonight and overnight and into tomorrow morning. But today, most traders taking off. There's a nice article that I was reading earlier today. You may want to take a look at this. Very smart guy. I read his blog every day and suggest you do the same if you enjoy his. You don't even have to take his political bent. This, by the way, was a very good article. And I recommend this one as well. And he talks the difference between 2032 and 2022. And he does have obviously a political bent, but he really chooses no sides. Lets the computer pick the model. And if you look at this, his confidence model, the worst is to come. So even though we've got where we are now in a little bit of down leg, it looks to me like this projection is into 2020, and then we still have higher legs, but from there we'll come right back down and be under the level that we're at now in terms of confidence. And keep coming. So this is significant. And this will talk about waterfall events and so on. And he's actually talking about the country not even being the same by 2032, that we could have civil war by then. Very interesting guy. Should read him. And in this article, he talks about the difference between panic cycles and then waterfall events that are truly cataclysmic. And the sovereign debt crisis, it will not go away, not with the amount of debt that's accrued. And in this article, he talks about, I was out to dinner the other night with some friends who are from Canada, and I was trying to explain this concept of why countries like Italy, where they were just going to visit in another year, we had talked about what's going on there and how the real problem for the economy is basically how when they joined the European Union, they're forced to convert their past debts to euros, and then the euro doubled in value, causing their national debts to double in terms of international value. So that is, man, the difference. You have to look outside your own country to other countries as well, and to see how this plays out. It's not just about your own domestic economy. And so these countries that have in the European Union have been forced to go along with the game being played from Brussels, and that's leading to, I believe, if you follow Armstrong, and that has led to all of these problems over there, especially with the socialistic bent that some of them have, like Germany has, taking in all these refugees, and France, and we're seeing with riots, and that's the, I guess, harbinger of what's to come for all of us. So pay attention to it. Get outside your own little view of the world and take a look and see what's happening elsewhere, to see what may be coming to us, coming attractions. We'll hang in there another couple of minutes. We'll be done around 11. Just wanted to give traders a heads up on a few things I was looking at. Gets me out of doing a few chores around here. You can see the size of the bars, tells you nobody's really doing anything right now. A little circle that started here. Typically we get those type moves. Over and under the blue line says neutral. And no energy in the markets, as you would expect. My thinking was, if anybody was able to buy the lows and try to get to the 62s, probably done well. Range type trading.